Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie. Today's video, I wanted to plan with me, sorry I've got like a hair on my nose. I want to do a plan with me for the Gather Round Homeschool unit of the Canadian government. Now this is a mini unit, and when I picked it because it's April, and for me April is a crazy month because there's choir, there's my kids' dance recital, I have 2 family birthdays, usually Easter is in there, but Easter was like the end of March just for fun. And so it's usually a crazy season. So I usually pick a mini unit in this to like lessen my stress level because I usually only have 12 lessons. Just so you know, this one has 20 lessons. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing about that. I think towards the end we might not do the last few units, or I might just do like quick read through. I'm not sure. But essentially, I've been very happy to do this with my kiddos. It's something that I feel is really important for them to learn, and there should be, just like in the US, in Canada, there should be an election. It could be called at any point in time because unlike the US, the Prime Minister either has to do something really bad to trigger one or he has to call it. But yeah, we'll see what happens, but I wanted the kids, they're getting to be more aware of like the laws and stuff like that. So this was a good time to do this lesson, or this unit, excuse me. One of the first things that I like to do is make a banner that I hang up that welcomes my children. Because this unit doesn't have a recitation page or a Bible memory, what we've been doing during that time is singing the national anthem. My kids know it pretty well from their time when they went to school. Inara went to school till grade 3 and Sienna did till grade 2. So they've had a lot of experience singing that song day after day after day. But I just wanted to do a refresher course because since we've been homeschooling, I haven't been doing that every day. So this gets them into that. The other thing that I usually do, and I was able to do it with this lesson, was a map of Canada where we included when they joined Confederation, and then we have all of the prime ministers. We're still not quite done yet, which is why there's the space down here, but we talk about just brief little highlights of each of the prime ministers and their time in office, what they were best known for, that sort of thing. And then for my girls, I always, each unit, I tell them they have an assigned reader. I give them an assigned reader. There we go. And so this one, for my daughter, it was a little hard for me to find a book that was age appropriate for her, but didn't have too many words. So this time she's getting a very easy book. But there are, you know, a lot of sentences and paragraphs and stuff like that for her. There's some easy stuff, but then there's some actual whatever. So that's why I chose this one. Besides, she does like looking at picture books still. So this one I allowed her to have for a reader simply because it was a mini unit, and all the other books that I have were a little bit more hefty. And not necessarily age appropriate for her. So I've been really enjoying giving my other daughter, who is a fantastic reader, very accomplished reader, G.A. Henty books. And so I've been collecting them because they are living books. We're not a Charlotte Mason family, but there are so many times where I want, especially with her, to have the understanding of the feeling. And I think it was Simply Charlotte Mason, she really recommends G.A. Henty books, so I keep my eye on those ones all the time. So this was for my Inara. And then for books that I have in our magazine rack here that I keep available to the girls for them to look at is a museum called Canada. There are 25 Rooms of Wonder. It just is like all artifacts. Oh, that's not a helpful book. It's artifacts that have been found in Canada and just some of the stories of the different things. So that cross was found in Montreal. Oh, it was found in Ontario, but made in Montreal, Canada. Yeah, where's another thing? They tell a lot of stories. There's the paintings of different things that has happened in Canada. I'm just trying to find another artifact. A powder horn. Yeah, so they'll show a whole bunch of things that were found in Canada, and then we can write stories or we can look at that. So this was one that with my son, for every province I found an artifact, and then he wrote a story back when he was writing. He would write a story about that artifact in that province of Canada. So then I got these two books. So this is the 1900s to 1929, and then this one was 1930 to 1953. These books are really awesome. I'm hoping to collect all of them. They just kind of randomly show up in our thrift store, but they have beautiful photographs of historical things that happened in Canada. Yeah, that's not the Titanic, that's something else. I'm just, yeah, World War photographs. That's essentially all of the things, but it's essentially a history book with beautiful photographs that I feel is really good for the kids to actually know. I'm trying not to knock you over. Beauty. And then I have these other ones, which we haven't really gone through, but they're all about Canada. So New France is now Quebec. The Great War, when Canada really got its own identity. The Rebels, so that's Manitoba essentially. The Loyalist refugees. So our family on my husband's side are United Empire Loyalists, so this is a really important book for our family in particular because we were Loyalist refugees. Other books that I have for them to look through is Canada, My Country, Geography, Province by Province, and Courage and Conquest. So I have a lot of books on Canada because we live in Canada and it seemed to make sense. I also have these books that I got from Scholastic Canada, and it is literally every province and every territory in Canada, and it just goes through some of the major highlights. There's our province. It goes through some of the major highlights, some of the things that they're best known for. Also includes some beautiful pictures of things that, you know, make sense for those animals, like wildlife, some old pictures as well. So, and then also history. So yeah, I really enjoy these books. I think that all of them add to rounding out this unit. I still continue to keep them and will continue to use them as time goes on when we do things like the World Wars or even just like specific provinces and stuff like that. I feel really, really strong about making sure that they understand the history of Canada and understand where we came from and how we became a country. And even if we have poor leadership, you can still be proud of your country. And I think that that's something that worldwide across the world is a good lesson for all of us to have. So I hope that you have enjoyed this plan with me. It's definitely one that I've really enjoyed thus far, and I think the kids are getting a lot out of, and I hope that that helps you if you plan on doing this unit. If you're from Canada or from the US, these are resources that I think are worthwhile to do. So we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.